In obituary news this morning, funeral service for Carolyn Duncan Beck, age 75, of Sylacauga, is Thursday at 2 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Reverend Charles Moore officiating. Burial at the Evergreen Cemetery. Mrs. Beck died Monday, June 12th at Sylacauga Healthcare. She was an LPN nurse for some 35 years. The station Wednesday from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. at the funeral home. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Wendell M. Wheelies, age 65, is today at 2 p.m. from Talladega Funeral Home. The Reverend Bobby Turner, along with Brother Danny Taylor, officiating. Mr. Mike Morgan will be a special speaker also. Interment in the Midway Memory Gardens. Mr. Wheelies was a member of the Dry Valley Baptist Church. Online condolences at TalladagaFuneralHomeInc.com. Talladega Funeral Home directing. Lee James York, age 81, died June the 11th. Visitation will be Wednesday at 9 a.m. from Talladega Funeral Home Chapel. Memorial service to follow at 10 a.m. Chaplain Darrell Hammaker will officiate. Mr. York was a member of the Army National Guard and a first lieutenant. Also worked as an engineer for the Department of Defense. He was a member of the Freemasons for over 50 years. Online condolences at TalladagaFuneralHomeInc.com. Talladega Funeral Home directing. Homegoing celebration for John Lloyd Harris Jr., age 65, is Wednesday at 1 from Mount Canaan Baptist Church in Talladega. Interment in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. The body will lie in state at the church 2 hours prior to the service. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. Vera O. Milstead, age 86, died June the 11th. Funeral service Wednesday at 2 p.m. from Earthsfree Funeral Home Chapel, with the Reverend Stephen Collins officiating. Burial in the Oak Hill Cemetery. Family receiving friends tonight, 6 until 8 at the funeral home. Online condolences at earthsfreefuneralhome.com. Earthsfree Funeral Home Talladega directing. Funeral service for Mr. Samirko L. Scales, age 37, is Wednesday at noon from New Life Gospel Church, with his father, the Reverend Ronald D. Jemison Sr., delivering the eulogy. Interment in the Westview Cemetery. The processional will leave from 1510 Old Chaco Road at 11:30. Sims Funeral Service, Talladega, directing. Sergeant James Anon Nolan Bourne of Daviston, Alabama, died June 3rd in Shelton, Washington. A graveside service will be held on Wednesday at 10 a.m. from Hillview Memorial Park in Alexander City. Father Peter Reddy officiating. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home, Alexander City, directing. Graveside service for Mrs. Sarah McDaniel Thomas, age 91, of Alexander City, will be today at 1 o'clock from Hillview Memorial Park. Randy Anderson officiating. Family receiving friends today, 11 until 12:30 at the funeral home. Mrs. Thomas died Sunday, June the 11th at Russell Medical Center. In lieu of flowers, the family requests that memorial contribution be made to the Children's Harbor. Online at children'sharbor.com or Children's Harbor, or Our Children's Highway, Alexander City, Alabama, or memorial contribution to the Lake Martin Humane Society in Alexander City. Radley Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements. And Mrs. Louise Edwards, age 91, of Sylacauga, passed away this morning at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, will announce the arrangements. That's a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, 256-245-4361. For pre-need, funerals, burials, or cremations, it's Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.